So then, if we're going to be chasing down the Eric line of inquiry, it might be worth then looking at his place of employment, Ernst Brothers. Right. Eric 3. Oh my goodness, I'm typing too quickly. Alright. Let's see what we get.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Eric's. But Simon and Hannah look after. Both on street where Hannah doesn't know where keys are. That's another line of inquiry. Well, the van in general is probably an interesting thing. The more I'm playing this, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really getting into it. I'm really liking it. I mean, admit it, I'm not really talking about the game that much, just because it's like, I mean, it's all thought. You're not busy. You can't really spend much time thinking about what the game's like, because the game is thinking about things and trying to work out what's going on. I'm really enjoying it. This is brilliant. I'm loving it. This is what I would have liked Orwell to be. Well, so I'm saying that so far. Let's wait and see, shall we? What's Eric 4 say?
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
Silver credit card. Silver Visa, normally in wallet. Simon usually uses cash, but Eric convinced him to get a CC. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what the relevance of that is. I can't remember what the other thing I put. Was it Eric Job? It may have been. Eric Job, I think it was. We could look like Eric Saturday. That's probably not going to help.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Alright, Eric and Simon go on conferences. Eric married to Diane. That doesn't seem particularly relevant. We'll try Eric Job again. So this gives us 2. Eric Job 2. Go through these in order.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. No. Plus he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
Okay, so we have a bookworm. The most terrifying and dangerous of people. Okay. So she also worked at this place. So that means... Pants, I'm not... I've not... Right. Let's remember what we've looked at. I've not looked at job on its own, but I don't think that's going to be particularly helpful for one of my books. Let's look at this one then, Eric Job 3. Although, of course, Eric wasn't particularly helpful. The Eric thing didn't come in that much, but...
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
So she's talking about Hannah as the third person. I'll put that in brackets, actually. Third person. Twin? Question mark? A miscarriage. Left infertile. Still living with parents at this... still living with Simon's parents at this time. With Simon's parents at this time. Married with job. Twin not happy? Question mark. Jealous? So is she did the twin kill Simon out of a sense of out of a sense of oh my goodness, out of a sense of kind of jealousy and wanting to be the same again. Right. Twin one.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Are you really asking me that question? Okay, so I assume that the answer is yes, we're really asking you that question.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Are you out of your mind? But you've set it up and...
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Florence. Okay. Right, let's listen to that one again. I got confused. That's not her. That's not either of the twins.
Florence took me home with her.
Oh, right.
Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Hannah's mother gave twin to Florence. Don't know who Florence is. Don't know who this person's name is. That's kind of annoying. Right, but now this leads into the idea of the jealousy is I wasn't allowed to be part of your family kind of thing, which is, I don't know.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Okay. Okay, I should probably highlight the twin, because I've just looked up twin. So, there was a twin. So So why is she covering the fact that there were twins? Here. Covering up? Question mark? Why? Okay, so we have twins. We know that there are 2 people involved in this. That should be capitalized. Let's make sure our random notes are grammatically... Well, they're not grammatically corrected. I've got... My sentences are all over the place. These are just notes. Doesn't mean my notes shouldn't have capital letters where they're supposed to. Right. Okay, so... I don't know. This is the thing, is... I've now got several thoughts going through my head, and it's obviously the twin is a point. Either okay, or complete red herring. One of the 2. So either we go back with this kind of she's not happy, she's jealous because Hannah's living this happy life while twin is not happy. She's lost everything. She revels in Hannah's misfortune through kind of the miscarriage and being left infertile. And so maybe she did it, or the other possibility is, with the covering up, is that one of them did it, and the other one has gonna have an alibi, but because they look similar, who is? I don't want to look at the watch. I'm trying to figure out what I should put in next. Let's look at car. Oh no, Friday would be much better, actually. Friday. Friday's terrible. So go back to car. Without random symbols, hopefully. Car 3. It might give me an idea of where she went.
So I got in the car and I drove. And just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. Just had to sleep.
Ended up in Glasgow. It's quite a trek. I think we're going to have to look at Glasgow again. Well, again. We're going to have to search for Glasgow, I think, later. Oh, and let's highlight the fact I've looked at car. There's 12 entries, so there's still a few that we could get, but I don't know what else to look for.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. And when I woke up, I came straight back. Sam wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Sam wasn't there. And Is there a bin?
Okay. I'll get rid of the question mark because we could clearly hear her vomiting. So she came back from Glasgow on the Saturday. So the next day, she came back. I'm trying to figure out where Portsmouth is. I think Portsmouth is on the south coast. Just don't know where on the south coast it is. She went north to ended up in Glasgow. And then, so she had a bit of a sleep in the car and came back on the Saturday. She tried calling, she's then sick.
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
Coming down, okay. Not overly useful. pulled over, slept in car. Before coming down. Okay. Car... I mean, if I search for car Glasgow, it's probably not going to help. That's kind of giving us... Let's search for Glasgow. Is it just that one? Ooh! Oh my goodness. 10 entries found for Glasgow. Been there once, it was quite nice. I mean, I was there for like a... Well, less than a day, actually. Right, Glasgow 2. Let's see.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
Agreement with car 4 and 5. Okay, oops. Glasgow 3.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Alright, so identify Simon's watch. Gift from Eric for Steel. Wedding anniversary. Time plus Glasgow equals alibi. Lesser known equation in mathematics. Glasgow 4 now, we're on to 4. I mean, the fact that she puts that forward kind of leans me. It's one of those things where if this were if this were done normally, I'd be saying, okay, that's kind of rather suspicious due to the fact that she's the one putting it forward, rather than the police. But because we're not seeing the detective side, it could just be a foible of the system that she's got to point that out, that she was there. Glasgow 4.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
But no one saw her. Question mark.